Defeated fighter, and it was a good scrap.
It really was.
Hellacious.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thompson Boxing Promotions continues on with the next bout of the evening. Scheduled for 6 rounds of action in the super welterweight division. And being sponsored by Westlake Royal Stone Solutions, Thompson Building Materials, Omega Products International, and Infinity Bank. Your 3 judges scoring the bout should it go the distance are Dr. Lou Moret, Jerry Cantu, and Ron Scott Stevens. And the man in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Thomas Taylor. Fight fans, here we go. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He steps to the ring tonight wearing the burgundy and black trunks. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed officially at 150.6 ready pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring undefeated. 2 wins with 0 losses, with 1 bout even. Both of his victories come to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, introducing Levi Derecho Garcia. And introducing his opponent, fighting across the ring out of the blue corner. He stepped in the ring tonight with the black trunks with gold. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed officially at 150.6 already pounds. Tonight, he too enters the ring undefeated. 6 wins with 0 losses, with 1 bout even. 2 of his victories come to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, the fighting pride of Santa Ana, California, please welcome Jesse Lobito Gonzalez. For the game referee in charge, Thomas Taylor, with the final instructions.
Okay, belt lines are good on both sides, gentlemen. You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. At your corner.
Tom Taylor, the third man in the ring. Let's look at the tail of the tape for this fight.
Yeah, it all goes Gonzalez's way. He's 4 years younger at age 21, and he has decided height and reach advantages.
All right, so Lobito Gonzalez has Henry Ramirez in his corner. Levi Garcia, Derecho, the righty, has Molina in his corner. A trainer that comes in usually on the B side, and always be careful when Molina's in your corner because his dudes come to scrap. You know he's a good trainer, but I don't know his first name. I just know him as Molina. Now, for those of you who know the social media world, you know how Sean Gibbons always brings those crazy Filipinos or those Mexicans that upset everybody? Yeah. That's the kind of guys that Molina brings over.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting.
We've seen it. We've witnessed some upsets with his fighters.
So it'll be a good one here. Good test for Lobito Gonzalez. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, and Rich Murata with you on the live YouTube and Facebook chat. Lobito with an uppercut, and they're coming chucking right away. You don't want to get in a firefight right away, and they said, yes, we do, Beto.
Well, it was a firefight with Papillon. It was a tremendous battle.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
that ended up a draw.
That's the mentality that Lobito has. I mean, he's got that wolf in him.
Shout out to Sean O'Connell leaving some fun messages.
He's got these decided height and reach advantages, and he just chucks it.
Well, you know,
it's all been infighting.
I got to disagree. I mean, I'm even disagreeing with our stats because they showed a 5-inch height advantage, 5'11" to 5'6", and I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't.
They look like they're the same height to me.
I don't think Garcia is 5'6". I think he's 5'9". I do think. Yeah, I do think Gonzalez is taller, though.
Yeah, this will be a good fight. It'll be a good one. That's what I've expected. They're just swinging back and forth. Grampy, I told you, you're better than some of the troll comments you're leaving, man. I want better from you. It's our 4th fight of the night. You're drinking. I expect some good comments here. Let's go. Step it up here.
I'm glad I'm not reading the social media.
Renee Boxyoung says somebody's getting knocked out. Hey, both fighters with their faces red immediately. With less than a minute to go in the opening round. Wide punches from both fighters. Not much technique at all. Hook and a right hand from the fighter in red, which is Garcia. Levi Josue Garcia.
Yeah, nice comeback. Second part of this round from Garcia.
Well, when you're making that U.S. debut, you don't want to get blown out right away. And he survived that initial onslaught. He's come back pretty good.
Has he come back well enough to take the round?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. I think Lobito did a little more damage in that opening onslaught. But man, Garcia is closing
maybe
well.
he does.
Yeah.
Scheduled for 6 rounds.
Very good round.
Crayfish, I agree with you. Stephen Bass, hey, that's possible. That's Aaliyah, ring girl, this round. Coming up next, Knuckle Nelson Oliva, then our main event, Jesus Saracho. And there he is, Jesus Saracho desde Guanajuato, Mexico. 13-1, 11 KOs. That's coming up later on tonight in our main event. Sleeper, no, I'm not doing any fights tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, baby. All right, it's 9:37 Pacific Coast time. I just got my beer delivered to me. I got a Modelo. What are you drinking right now? Let's know. Let's enjoy. And if you were here, you would be buying Doug Fisher a Guinness. He's a Guinness man. Rich, what do you?
True.
What do you sip on, Rich?
Bottled water, I'm afraid.
That's it.
Very dull.
Perrier Evian.
What is this? Doubletree, Ontario water.
Did they used to throw beer at the forum boxing?
Oh, among other things. And those beer cups weren't always filled with beer.
They were that rowdy, huh? Forum boxing in the 80s and 90s?
It could get rowdy. But
like
the
this.
Olympic Auditorium probably
Yeah.
is where
Yeah.
the rowdiness took place.
Wish I would have been there just once. For both of us. Remember watching you and the great Tom Kelly, forum boxing.
That was a great thrill to work with Tom all those years.
Yeah.
I tell you, he could really command the room.
Do yourself a favor and just YouTube forum boxing and you'll see some great fights. Chiquita Gonzalez started there. Paul Gonzalez was there. A lot of Marco Antonio Barrera was there.
Juan Manuel Marquez,
Of course.
Gennaro Hernandez, Mark Ducharme Johnson.
Christian Mayaver says, Rich Murata, my favorite all-time commentator. Hello from Australia.
Thank you, sir. Wow.
The Aussies know their boxing.
Patrona Negro with cubed ice. We got some fancy people.
Yeah.
Doug, they said, what kind of Guinness?
Is there any other kind of Guinness? Guinness is Guinness, right?
Well, you know,
There better not be a Guinness Light out there.
Speaking of those Australians and the fighters, I took a cruise back in the 90s to Australia, and I brought Frankie Duarte, a great bantamweight contender, as my guest. He had just lost a heartbreaking decision to Bernardo Penango. Was feeling kind of low. We got off the ship in Australia, and fans came running up to Frankie.
No way.
Yeah, they're real fans.
Speaking of Australia, what about the shot from Tim Zhu last week?
Oh man.
And Ocampo was a tough dude.
Oh yeah, Timmy's looking like his dad, and I was a huge Costa Zoo fan. Wow. Hey, Garcia, yeah, he is good.
Yep, he's winging his punches.
He's
but
a winger.
landing.
He's a winger, but he times it right.
Sure
He's
does.
accurate with it. He's not sloppy with it.
And of course, foreign boxing, Manitos de Piedra says Michael Carbajal put on a show there.
The Ruelas brothers,
Of course.
Duarte, who I mentioned.
Yeah, I think Rafael won his lightweight title there
He did indeed.
against Freddie Pendleton. Great fight.
Didn't Oscar make his pro debut?
Yes, Oscar
right.
De La Hoya made his pro debut there.
And Garcia from Guadalajara looking good here.
Yeah, we got a firefight.
Max Headroom. Hey, Max, haven't seen you in a while. Jameson's and a pickleback. There you go.
I like that. sounds good.
And yes, if you're watching this for the first time, we do interact with you. We do just have a conversation. It's a Friday night. Let's go. Way different broadcasts.
If it's your first time hearing our telecast, you might be a little stunned by I know I was stunned about the first 6 times I worked on it.
You too?
Don't be stunned. Join in.
Yeah. It takes some getting used to, but it's fun, and you build a community. Because if you're watching on a Friday night a YouTube stream, and you're not Tim Boxeo, you are legit hardcore.
Exactly.
So why not engage with you and appreciate you?
That's what it's all about, engagement. Engagement, camaraderie with folks who are as sicko a boxing fan as you are.
And Rich, I'll tell you, the first time we did the stream, I saw the comments, and I started interacting with people because they were just ripping the fighters back and forth. So I was like, I've had enough, because these guys are giving their body and their life.
Yeah.
And I went after some of the trolls, and I thought I was going to get in trouble for Mr. Ken Thompson, and said, Beto, that's great. Interact with them.
Good stuff.
Have more of that. So it was because of Mr. Thompson who said, hey, keep on doing it.
Mr. Thompson was ahead of his time.
Halifax, Nova Scotia watching us right now, and you're watching 150-pounders go back and forth, just winging punches.
I am pleasantly surprised by Levi Garcia here tonight. He's giving us a terrific account of himself.
He's cool under fire.
So I asked Molina, like, what do we got? And he's very honest. He'll tell me if a guy's here as an opponent or if a guy here is an upset. He's like, this guy has something. Randall Flagg, what's up, man? I didn't ignore the YouTube comments before. It's just the YouTube comments used to be a cesspool, so I would stick to the Facebook comments. And then you guys cleaned it up, so I'm back on YouTube.
There was actually a Levi chant going up here. This guy's first fight in the United States.
I think the
You can
fans
win the
here-
crowd.
Yeah, the crowd appreciates what they're seeing. Now, Gonzalez, he might be winning this round just because he's the aggressor, and he is landing punches, but Garcia comes back.
This is two-way action.
Ghost MX, we need more jabs. Yeah, right, you're not gonna see one tonight.
Jab is only a distant rumor in this bout.
Stu Mack in Glasgow. Body work, hooks, power shots.
Could be a war of attrition in this one, because it's been a very hectic pace.
You know, that might favor Garcia because he's a little more economic with his punches. He seems just to be the more settled of the two.
Cain Sandoval, who says, let's go Lobito Cain. You're gonna fight on a 360 show pretty soon, aren't you?
Yeah, 10-0 with 10 knockouts. Cain Sandoval,
Yeah.
good fighter, 140-pound prospect.
Doug works at broadcast for Tom Loeffler on UFC Fight Pass. Fun shows. Coming up next is going to be Knuckle Nelson Oliva. Final seconds of the third round. Crayfish, we appreciate you.
Three rounds in, 3 tough rounds to score.
Yes, they
Exactly. That round could have gone either way.
So Sonora Dinamita jamming for you here. Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. Wart Speed says Mr. Thompson helped develop champions. Great entertainment. Did nothing but for the love and respect of it all. Of course, rest in peace, Mr. Ken Thompson. And he really did. He was president of the California Boxing Hall of Fame.
The World Boxing.
The World Boxing Hall of Fame, based in California. And he really started it, Rich, 23 years ago. Of, hey, let's get this going. And I always heard, if you want to lose money in boxing, become a promoter. 23 years later, still going.
He had a real love affair with the sport.
Yes. Always here hours beforehand while they're setting up the ring, sitting ringside for the first time, much like Bob Arum there.
Exactly.
3 o'clock. Mike the Mechanic says, I I got Gonzalez losing all 3 rounds. He needs to figure it out. Okay.
I respectfully disagree with that. Gonzalez is bringing it all 3 of those rounds, and he's landing hard punches. Now he's getting hit back in return, but I think it's a fight where either guy could be up 2 rounds to 1.
Lobito may want to talk to Alex Campanovo after that one. He goes, you know, I'm the home guy. I'm supposed to be the house fighter. How about giving me something a little bit easier than Papillon the last time, and this guy Levi tonight?
And Alex will tell you, you got to fight your way out of the double tree. Much like Tim Bradley, much like Josito Lopez, much like everybody else, Johnny Gonzalez, you got to get out of here. All right, other people have it 2-1. West, all right, what up, Espinoza? I'm gonna be in the Newark area end of August. I'm gonna come through, bro. Right hand from Levi Garcia. This isn't the kind of fight either guy should be fighting, right?
Well, I would like to see Gonzalez operate a little bit more from a distance. I do think he has the longer reach. He's a little bit taller.
Oh, hell, they're enjoying the combat.
No, we are too. This is what he wants. But the thing is he's got a guy who's very comfortable in the trenches.
Yeah. I'm not complaining about the action. It's just, at some point you got to say, all right, we need a strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, good one from Lobito. And Molina yelling at his fighter, be first.
Some guys do plan for strategy, but 10 seconds into the fight, that just goes away.
The toughest fight for both of these young fighters. Look at that body shot. Every punch thrown at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, Garcia winds up, but he's more relaxed. It doesn't look like he's loading up as much as it does when Gonzalez lets his punches go.
By the way, that Benitez on the back of his trunks, that is part of his name. His name is Levi Josue Garcia Benitez.
Well, it didn't fit on the graphics, so we're going with Levi.
Yeah, we had to shorten it up some.
Our 4th bout of the night. Thank you for interacting with us on the Thompson Boxing. Make sure you hit the like button on the other YouTube page. And they both take a deep breath as they go back to the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, please. We've located a lost ATM debit card. So if you lost your debit card or ATM card,
Krabby
we'll
Grampy.
and they have it for you.
Looks like 2 cabbies fighting for the last burrito.
Oh, wow.
First of all,
problematic right there.
First of all, there's never the last burrito. That joke should have been the last taco. All right, let's get it right. And also, what cabbie do you know exists? We're in 2023. Uber driver, come on, step it up. Krabby, you gotta be better with your trolling. I'm disappointed in you tonight. Jose Solis, Doug Fisher kicked me out of House of Boxing in 1999. Let it go.
I bet I did not do that.
1999. Why are you kicking people out, Doug?
I didn't do that. That was somebody else. That was Gary Randall.
Yeah, your earthly account.
That was Steve Kim.
Yeah. Your AOL account was
Exactly.
sending spam.
But good callback from that dude. That houseofboxing.com was the website that I had in the late 90s.
5th round of action, back and forth between Lobito Gonzalez, Jesse Gonzalez, who's undefeated 6-0 and 1 with 2 KOs. And then Levi Josue Garcia Benitez, derecho, righty, 2-0-1, 2 KOs. Steve Bass, let me just tell you, the Modelo I'm having right now tastes so good. Ghost MX, I'm gonna go in person July 21st. I would recommend everybody show up July 21st. We're gonna have a good party here in Ontario. Coming up next, Knuckle Nelson Oliva. Man, this is tough.
Yeah. I think Gonzalez is having a decent round, though.
Yep.
He's the more consistent of the two. He's working for 3 minutes of the round, and Garcia is kind of picking his spots. But Garcia's spots are really good. He's effective when he does let his hands go.
That's the voice of Doug Fisher, editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine. Bethel Duran along with Rich Murata. It is a good club show, good scrap. Kind of Friday night action. When you pay for a ticket, you want to get some back and forth. They're having that.
Yeah, fans are getting their money's worth tonight.
And the judges are earning their money on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's not an easy fight to score. By the way, I have it 38-38, all tied up after 4 rounds. Yeah, it's anybody's fight on my scorecard.
Make sure you hit the like button on YouTube. Also on Facebook, and share right now.
I think Gonzalez is having a nice round.
Yeah, those were some nice body shots. He's trying to stay in the center of the ring, not get backed up. Although Garcia is doing his best to do that.
The two have been willing to go shoulder to shoulder through much of this fight.
Yeah, they're both comfortable in the trenches.
They're both getting tired too.
Yeah, you can see fatigue is setting in.
Definitely their toughest fights of their career. And make sure you pick up the latest issue of Ring Magazine. Doug, who's on the cover?
What do you think?
I
What
don't
two
know.
fighters do you think would be on the cover?
Let's see here.
There's an undisputed welterweight championship coming up.
People say it's a big deal.
It's a big fight.
Coming up next, Nelson and Levi. He's not on the cover,
Not yet.
but it's so Bud
Maybe
and
one day.
Spence on the next
That's
cover.
right, Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford.
Looking forward to that night. I have to tell you, I enjoyed the atmosphere. It was a good fight, not the greatest fight I've ever seen, but Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia had a great atmosphere
Big
about
fight,
it.
big
Really,
fight
it was an
atmosphere.
intense fight, and the atmosphere inside the arena was great. I think Spence and Crawford will produce a fascinating, intriguing matchup. And there'll be a lot of
I think it'll
atmosphere.
have the big fight atmosphere as well, but maybe a more mature crowd, maybe more of a hardcore boxing crowd.
I'm just hoping that that fight delivers. That way the next one could be at a football stadium.
Exactly.
Because that, a few years ago, would have had that thing, but I think we need to see these guys go back and forth.
Exactly.
6th and final round between Lobito Gonzalez in black and Levi Garcia in red.
Oh, nice shots on the inside from Levy. Garcia's got a sneaky left hook.
Oh, Lobito overhand right.
Yeah.
There's an uppercut finally.
And see, that punch knocked all the sweat off of Garcia's head, snapped the head back. The judges take notice of one shot
And
like
it forced him to give ground. He took
Yes.
3 steps back after that one.
that. So on the inside, Garcia had landed some nice left hooks, but Lobito covers up, and those punches don't move him that much, but Gonzalez lands some shots that knock Garcia off balance, knock him back a few steps, and the judges take notice of that.
Meantime, in another part of the arena here tonight, Emiliano Moreno, who was a victor tonight and had a big cheering section, is overtaking pictures with every single person in his cheering section over there.
As he should.
Giving them
He earned
hugs.
it. He earned it.
Ryan Thompson, good for you, bro.
These fighters right here are earning it. Win, lose, or draw, these guys are earning their money.
Levi Garcia loading up with his right hand.
Weighing in from Jalisco. Stephen Bass, Crawford wins by KO. Ghost MX, Earl's gonna crack Crawford. That's what I love. You can see both of those happening. That's why this fight's so good.
It's a 50-50 fight. You can make a great case for either guy. They're obviously the two best welterweights in the world. Both guys are rated in everybody's top 5 pound for pound. They're the two most accomplished fighters in the 147-pound division. Obviously, it's for all the marbles. It's just it's a tremendous, fascinating matchup.
Jesus Padilla says the rematch could be at Cowboy Stadium. Absolutely.
I always felt that first Canelo Triple G fight should have been at Cowboy Stadium.
We worked it. We should have been. This has been a fun back and forth scrap to two young fighters. To borrow that Tyler cliche, it's been a phone booth fight.
Yep. I'm really impressed with Garcia's effort in this final round.
Wow.
He's emptying the tank.
And Gonzalez, Garcia, let the hands go. The way the fight started is the way it is.
Boy, they were really digging in there at the end.
That's a cheers for me right here. Respect to these fighters on a Friday night.
Good
putting
fight.
up action.
You know, they fought right through that fatigue you referred to in the fourth round.
And there you see Molina. He feels like his fighter got it. We'll come back with the decision. What are we gonna have? Toss the boxing on a Friday night.
If you're at this table, you know that it's more than a game of luck. You're not here for the small talk. You're here for the action. If you're at this table, you're a hustler. Hustler Casino.
Judge Dr. Lou Moret sees about 60 to 54. Judge Jerry Cantu sees it 59 to 55. While Judge Ron Scott Stevens sees about 62 to 58, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. From Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Levi Benitez Garcia.
He comes in as an opponent. We told you Molina always has something up his